Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? So we're into May 10th, 2021. The year's going by so fast already, huh? We're about to get to summer. So I hope everyone's doing well. If you're a mother or have a mother, I hope you guys had a good Mother's Day. Even if you're a pet mom of all sorts, adopted, everything, happy Mother's Day, belated. So I had a really nice Mother's Day. The weekend before my oldest and my son-in-law and the new grandbaby came, and ooh, they spoiled me. Took me out to a barbecue place that has great meat potatoes, even though I am not eating as much meat now. But I just love those. They got me a little bench to put shoes in. It's something when I am able still to walk some, not very long distances, and some days not very well. But I can't stand and put my shoes on anymore. So a bench to sit down and to put the shoes on, they're slip-ons, has really helped. And it's the one thing that I really miss, where it's here in Texas, it's getting warm. And summer's coming, and with my ankles, I just can't wear flip-flops anymore. And that's was my go-to shoe for the longest time when I wasn't working. So, maybe when I'm in a chair, I will still wear my flip-flops. I gotta look at things. So, that was really nice. She got me a large portrait of the family. It's a little company called Smallwoods, based out of Longview, Texas. Excellent jobs they do, and it's a great price. So I have more pictures to put on the wall. Behind me, there should be a china cabinet, which will eventually get its way here. Talk about the slowest move. Still have things in storage, So what else is going on? Yesterday I spent some time with my husband and my littlest one. My littlest one has gotten to that point where she's now talking to a friend and creeping my husband out to talk, what 8 and 9-year-olds talk about. It's little girls talk about a bunch of nothing, and they have their little vocal things, and it made him die inside a little ways. It's cute. It really is cute. So I'm so glad she's found friends in the new area. She's also doing gymnastics, just to see, the hope and the joy of a little one is really cool, especially, the grandbaby. And she's getting to that stage where she smiles a lot. She smiles and she looks a lot like her mama. So it just reminds me of how my oldest was when she was little, really sweet. So that's what's going on. Nothing really that exciting. Ooh, Medicare did approve my power chair. That took forever and a day. Pandemic, lovely. So they're putting it together. They told me originally that it should cost me something like $800 to $900, which I was like, okay. And they called me. Thankfully, Team Gleason is helping me with the chair lift, so I can actually, be at height for conversations and, all that kind of stuff. It's such if you can, donate to Team Gleason. You are helping a lot of people. I'm gonna do the voice recording thing too. So $8,000. So hopefully that's $6,000, and they have all the parts for the chair that, that if you can't barely move, you can move your head or, be controlled by somebody else in the chair. It's just, I'm an atypical upper motor neuron ALS patient that's familial with C9. So how will I progress? Who knows? I'm glad to be a slow progressor. So it's just kind of like, yikes, pocket hit. And then the day before Mother's Day, the AC went out. Lovely. It started working again on Sunday morning, which is always positive. Like a little Mother's Day gift. Had a guy out today and paid for maintenance, and it's the motor, so that's $500. We have a home warranty thing when we bought the house, so hopefully that covers it. I hear we may have to fight for it. I tell you, if you have insurances, pictures, documentation, everything, keep it and keep at it. It's kind of like you have to be a broken record and keep bothering to get things covered. I don't know, so still waiting. I'm going to do one of those voice studies. I'm going to record my voice, so if I lose it, I will be able to have whatever text in my own voice, which will be nice. And also, I believe it's through I am ALS and everything ALS. I'm going to be in a study that's going to be open to researchers for the vocal, I guess, biomarkers of somebody with ALS. So excitement, huh? You know, yeah, not that much. I mean, I can't complain. My life isn't that, you know, tumultuous. You know, that's a blessing, right? You know, doing the meditation teacher course, it's really intense. That's some of the reason why you haven't seen me put up so many videos. It's kind of getting to the root of, you know, who I am. I mean, that's something that I think we all go through that are diagnosed with any disorder or disease, especially ALS. I mean, you know, we all, if you are somebody with ALS, I'm, you know, preaching to the choir here. You know, it's a very traumatic, I would say, disease. You know, it's terminal. Hopefully it's not. I mean, there are things that are actually in works that could bring a lot of good and may be able to stop the disease. So there's, you know, there is hope. There truly is hope. But getting your mind around that and around life, you know, it's kind of like, I want to choose to live whatever life I have left in a happy state. You know, it's like, you know, my belief in my higher power, God, you know, it's like you get people that attack you for doing anything. You know, I'm going to be happy. You know, I'm sorry that I'm not crying and miserable. But, you know, just this process has been really interesting to watch and go through. You know, it's like, I've got so much to do. It's a lot of work. So I'm reading several books and gonna do some practices today. So that's gonna be fun. You know, at least it gives me something to do. You know, it's like, I wasn't able to be a nurse anymore. But once a nurse, always a nurse. You know, but it's like, you know, that contact with people going to and from, you know, you miss that. You know, in the pandemic world, you know, we're starting to open up a little bit in the US. In Texas, yes, they've repealed that, and they've also repealed needing a license to carry a gun. You know, Houston, you know, it's quite interesting. You know, someone I took a picture of a tiger walking in someone's yard. We had alligators on one bridge, cows on another bridge. Jumanji. I don't know. I don't know. Just had, you know, sweet time last night. You know, it's, I love dim sum, you know, the soup dumplings. Oh, those are so lovely. Had some sushi, and I think I had a hungry day yesterday. I've lost a lot of my appetite most of the time, so I live off smoothies a lot. But I was able to eat good yesterday, and I have a lot more energy today. I've been on a search for plants. And I'm thinking, okay, if I'm stuck in a chair, you know, looking out and seeing flowers would be nice, right? So I have a thing for desert plants. Yes, I live in Houston, you know. I call it the concrete jungle, swamp. But I saw this one yard I had driven past, and it had this plant. It's probably something I saw in my childhood, you know, early childhood. It just has the most beautiful orange and red blooms, known as Mexican bird of paradise or bride of Barbados. So it's like, ooh, apparently they don't come out until we get sold until June. So I think I'll plant that under the kitchen. got some red yucca to plant in the front yard, and bells of fire to plant in the backyard. You know, just making little things pretty. Gonna get some help to put up the paintings, and I have a pile of pictures and such that need to go up. Yeah, little things with, my hands get exhausted lately quite a bit. I chopped, or tried to chop some vegetables, and it's like, you know, you just can't, it takes, the amount of work ends up making your hands numb. It's a weird thing. Been having like a lot of electric feelings and heaviness in my legs. I don't know what that means. But I've been having to use the walker more often. No, I mean, it's a good time to have the power chair come. You know, I'm kind of excited for that. You know, I'm ready for live music. I'm ready to go see people. Yes. I guess that's the hardest part of the disease is, you know, the isolation that can happen with it. You know, I can say that, you know, with my class, you know, the classes are held on Zoom. So I see people weekdays. You know, I have my family and, you know, friends. It's just, you know, I don't know. I want to go on adventures. You know, it's like having a little adventure in your life is a good thing. I have so in total, I have 20 nieces and nephews, 4, you know, added in. 20 and a half. I'm going to have a new niece or nephew. So I'll be 21. Yes, Christmas is expensive. But it's, 2 of them are graduating this year, this month, along with the power chair, the AC, and 2 niece and a nephew graduating. I found a record that my nephew is been wanting, so I'll give that in a little cash in a card. And my niece, I'm so proud of her. She's gone through, she's graduating with her high school degree and her associate's degree at the same time, dual credits. So she's going to be going off to university, and, you know, found something a little special, I thought, for her and that. So major times going, and then, you know, there's babies, you know. It's just a beautiful thing. I don't know what we're gonna do for the summer. I mean, I have one of my sisters is coming down from North Dakota. They teach out there, her and her husband, at one of the universities. But I'm hoping to take a road trip. One of my sisters has a house out in Utah, so we talked about going out and spending a week there, you know, fly through Vegas. I know my husband will want to be in Vegas. I don't know. Never saw the point. I mean, I guess it's nice. I want to see magic shows, you know. It's like, I'm not so sure about any of the musicals. I'm not really a music person, you know, the Blue Man Group. But, you know, see a magic show. I mean, gambling, you know, never really saw the point in that. But, just live and have fun. I don't know. I mean, something about being in the desert really makes you feel like a peon, which is good for your soul, I think. Just maybe grab a couple kind of cacti. I don't know. I had to be careful of which cacti I plant. Some won't live here, some will. And I had a couple of my cactuses die from the freeze or polar vortex, and the ones that survived are the hardy ones. You know, just I was going through, you know, the search for flowers, and it's like, I don't like all the flowers that are in Lowe's and Home Depot. I have a taste for exotic plants. That's kind of nice. I could plant hibiscus and have it grow until the next freeze. I don't know. Just kind of little hopes, little bits of beauty, you know. Should have one of my cousins is coming to see me in June. Well, that'll be nice. So get, you know, just hopefully we were able to go places. one day they're here in Houston, they have an event where they're doing Dr. Seuss, you know, recreating the things in the book. I'd love to take my youngest and the grandbaby there, you know. I loved reading the kids' Dr. Seuss books. It's something about the rhyming. I don't know. Seeing my daughter have her first Mother's Day, it's like, ah. And she's like, oh, we forgot to, you know, they're replacing a sink. And she's like, ah, you know, I didn't get dinner. It's like, well, you better order something. It's like, are all Mother's Days like this? It's like, yeah, Mother's Day is just a day. You have to make it what it is. I don't know. Just a bunch of hurry up and wait. I'm in the waiting thing, waiting for the chair to come. I don't know. You know, I'm getting a paramobile, so I can go 13 miles per hour. My husband was horrified, but another friend said, well, maybe they can build a cage around it. It's like, that's not going to work. Can you imagine? They know me. I'm a bit of an adventurous soul. So it'll be fun. I just to be able to, you know, instead of standing outside watching my daughter at the school bus, you know, be able to go down there with her after she gets over the oomph of mom in a chair. Oh, she did for the ALS Society. Bless the ALS of Texas, or Association of Texas. They have a child's group, so she's able to be in a group and talk to other kids that have parents or family members going through the process of ALS. And she's really liked it. But they're doing I think there is an advocacy day, because May is the ALS Awareness Month. And her artwork was chosen, so she did what ALS means to me. And they got an artist quote from her, but her name won't be in there because she's underage. And it's kind of funny because I watched her little thing, and it's got somebody that's standing, and then somebody that's using a cane, and somebody's using a walker, someone sitting in a chair, and then someone in a wheelchair. And then she has little arrows going around, and then someone walking. I said, so what does it mean? She hoped for ALS that there's a cure. So she really believes there'll be a cure. And I think that's ultimately sweet of her. And here's hoping it does happen, but I don't know. I mean, you know, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. You know, finding out that I was atypical, I mean, that's a blessing. It really is. I mean, upper motor neuron patients are a little bit weird too. It's a different progression usually but no two ALS patients will ever be alike in the way their disease progresses. So, you know, it's just hoping, you know, there's hope. I'm hoping I hear something in June that maybe I'll get into a drug trial. So tomorrow I go in and get blood drawn to make sure that Retazole is not killing my liver. So if that's good, hopefully I'll be able to do other things, you know. I don't know, getting used to that, you know, it's like, I'm doing pretty good with it. Sorry. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. For some reason, the night owl is waking up early in the morning. I like sleep, but at least I'm not sleeping all the time like I used to be. I would say that's a lot due to the pranayama or the yogic breathing. You know, just, I mean, you know, general people would say belly breathing is a way to do it. You know, taking the deep breaths, using, while your diaphragm can still move, exercising it. You know, and people, even when they are not diagnosed with ALS, if, say they got COVID and they were in the ICU on a ventilator, that muscle can get weak if you don't use it. So I'm just trying to do it. It is working. You know, my testing showed good, so better than it was. So I'm doing that. You know, just kind of keeping my little routines, you know. Waiting for an adventure. One that's not dangerous. I don't know. I mean, just, yeah. I'm trying to think about, getting a vehicle that will be able to have a power chair in it, and they go on the market with people passing away from ALS, but entering contests. It's, just, it'd be nice to win something, I enter a lot of contests, though. I end up getting a lot of spam and, be careful of even texts now that come in, because there are a lot of them that are trying to, click on this link. Oh, no, I'm not clicking on that link. So, why people do that, who knows? Just a bunch of nothing, just waiting for the things to progress. I'm glad I'm here, So sorry it's not exciting. This isn't a really exciting one. Just waiting for the graduates. My grandbaby's coming again next weekend, so get to play with her. My daughter, both daughters, son-in-law, it's like, got a lot of love around me, and my husband, it's just kind of fun. So hopefully tomorrow we get some things on the wall. Things I have decided. And he's gonna be like, God, woman. No, it's I don't know. That's all. Sorry guys, it's kind of boring. Life is good. Keeping in this course, so I should have my 200 hours by the end of this month. Then there's a 300-hour course, which I'll probably go through, and then hopefully start doing meditations for people. So I think I know that May 21st is the World Meditation Day. So I will post a meditation on that day if you guys are interested. And if it doesn't follow your religious beliefs, it's okay not to watch it. I just, people, we're looking at everything, everyone, it's being on the news, pulling us apart. We're all more alike than we are different. Technically we're 98.8% similar. And, arguing over the differences is kind of pointless. Ooh, here's one thing. So I went and I'm in this genealogy group. Yeah, I'm that kind of nerd, okay? Family history. When you're genetic, ALS patients, like kind of interesting to go through and, look at all the people, look at death certs and all that stuff. But then you find stories in your family, and that's always interesting too. But I had a great times 3 grandmother that passed away, and there's another side that came from Mexico. So, but we have Native American, and it's like, everybody's like, did my ancestry swap or spit, and that came up, and no one knew any of the history of it. I feel bad because when my youngest was little, she had terrible diaper rash. I don't know, newborns in my family have like really thin skin. So I'd taken her to the doctor, and I had gone to a medical supply shop that was right near it. It was like outside of a hospital, so all those little medical supply shops. If you're ever looking for something that you're having a hard time finding from a DME shop, medical supply, go to one near a hospital. They generally carry a lot more. Anyways, I went over to get, it was barrier cream like for ostomies that the doctor had recommended using on a diaper rash. Wash dry, pat that barrier cream on, let that dry, and then put Desitin over it. It worked, it really did. But both daughters were really like red when they were born. And the lady said, oh, are you guys Native American? I'm like, it was before I did Ancestry. I'm like, no. Well, I guess, yeah. So anyways, found out there was one that was Salamis, I believe, that was doing Latino DNA. And I found the tribes my family are from. So, Huchul, in Mexico. It's really interesting, looking at that culture, and it's like, huh, interesting. And you just wish you had the family stories with it. So I'm still working on the family story that, you know, the story worth that I did for my daughters. So it's kind of like the continuity. I have to keep up the stories. It'll be a Christmas gift and, you know, something to remember by. So here's hoping, you know. So I hope you have something today. May you find a little bit of adventure today and have it be a positive one. But no matter what, you know, take care of yourself. You know, you are important, and find something today that you find is beautiful. You know that it's where you look. You can look at the cracks and find bad things, but if you look at the sky, you look at the around you, you can find something beautiful. So concentrate on the beauty. All right. Well, I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a good day. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you want me to do any videos or ask any questions, just put them down below and I'll look at them. Okay? Thanks. Take care. Bye.